Another thing about tables is that tables can help you to work with numbers. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of my table here. And this column, the order amount column, I want to get the sum of all of these order amounts. If I click in the table, I get the Table Tools Design tab, and here in Table Style Options it says Total Row. So I'll select that box, and now I've got this new row. Now I'm going to click where I want my sum, and I get this arrow that appears, and when I click the arrow, it shows me all the different functions that I could use right now. Average, count, max, min, and I want to sum up the numbers in the order amount column. So I'll click that, and bingo, I've got my sum. Now, one thing I'd like you to notice, though, is Excel took care of that for me, but if I click in the cell with the formula and then draw your eye up here to the formula bar, you'll notice that although I picked the sum function, it says subtotal. And 109, by the way, is the argument for sum when you're using the subtotal function. Well, Excel did this because subtotal is the only function that can deal with filtered columns, and I'll show you what I mean. Say that instead of having this order amounts for all the salespeople, I just want to see what Buchanan sold. So I'll clear, select all, then I'll click Buchanan, and I'll click OK. And as you see, the order amount updated to only show Buchanan. By using the subtotal function, Excel can correctly calculate when rows are hidden. Now Excel takes care of all this for you. Say for example that I want to change sum to average. I just click, and then I've got the average for Buchanan sales. And if I look up here, it's subtotal, and 101 is the argument for average. But this is nothing that you have to worry about. It's just automatic. Say I take this filter off, and then I select all, and you can see the average changed slightly to reflect all the different sales. And I'll click again, and I'll get a sum, and that's all there is to it. I just wanted you to know about the subtotal function so that you would not wonder what on earth was going on if you happen to notice it in the formula bar. Another neat thing Excel does with math is that if you create a formula at the top of a column, Excel will copy that formula down the column for you and just fill it in automatically. I'm going to add another column here. I'll call it COMM for commission. Press enter. I've got my new column. And what I want to do is type a formula that will give a 3% commission for each one of these order amounts. Now I could type the formula by using the cell reference, for example, C2 times 0.03, but instead I'm going to use a built-in feature of tables. I'll type an equal sign followed by a square bracket. As soon as I type that square bracket, Excel offers me a name of every column that's in the spreadsheet. I want order amount, so I'll double-click that. I'll close that with a square bracket, and then I'm going to go times 0.03. And now watch the column as I press enter. Press enter, and the entire column is filled with what that commission will be for that particular sale. Using the column names with the formula makes it much easier to read. Instead of equals C2 times 0.03, it's a lot easier for someone to understand what the formula is about when you say equal order amount times 0.03. Those column names in the formula make it easy for anyone reading the formula to see which data is being used in the formula instead of having to look in column C to see what that refers to. Up next, more about table formulas.